welcome to my 100 days of making comics thing. This is the 25th to the 31st day of this challenge thingamajigger. So, yeah, there are a couple of days when I wasn't able to record anything, and the reason for which wasn't because I wasn't recording, but it was mostly because the recording didn't work. So here's what I did. I basically reorganized the very first issue to meet the specifications of the printer I wish to use. Yeah. And I also added extra pages and stuff and a bunch of other things. Also there, I made the author's note thing. You can pause it if you want to read it, but I think this one's fine. I work on this the most. I have no idea how many days I don't have a recording for. However, I know this took a lot of time. I think my computer is a bit slow. So I also did the one for the second issue of Oddity, which is over yonder. There. So there it is. It's a bit short. I don't really know what else to say, but I feel as though if I use the same font and the same stuff as last time, it should be around the same, or I guess, yeah. So there it is. You can see the entire thing. There are some mistakes here and there, but if I don't catch any, but you see any, I would surely encourage you to go down to the comments or to my Twitter or any of the other places I say I'm in and tell me what I did wrong. I think the tone's a bit wonky. I'm not sure why, but I feel like it matches the book. Because if I be my ever so bubbly self, I'm pretty sure that a sci-fi cosmic horror thing wouldn't really match the in tone, and there might be a dissonance in the human beings that read it. And when people have a dissonance, they it sort of breaks the mold of what they expect, and they might not like my comic anymore. I'm afraid that the little things might trigger the big things, and so on and so forth. And so I actually did the first page of the next part. Here it is. Look at how bad my drawings are. Look at it. This is a sketch. I've seen sketches of other people who do comics. Their sketches seem so clean. Yeah. So here's the next page. I actually recorded this clip after I made it. After I did this page. And yes, so that's, actually see me make this page, which is nice, I guess. I don't know. I decided to have a new format. I won't do it by day anymore since days seem to merge and nights days and nights seem to merge because as you may not or may know, I have school, and when you have schoolwork and then you have to go to school every morning, you sort of forget what days have passed and what days have come. You forget what day of the weekday it is, which is really weird. Anyway, so here is my drawing of a guy. Watch me fub out the humanoid form. I surprisingly can do that. I don't know why or how I was able to figure out how humans are supposed to look like, well, not very accurately, without doing the entire stick figure thing that I usually do. There it is, though. But the stick figure thing is really good when it comes to action poses and more dynamic poses, but I don't think human beings, when they're just being human beings, pose very dynamically. And at this point in the story, no one's being a dynamic person. People are just being people. That's why I actually go through the pain of having to draw people slouching. It's so much easier to draw people when their back straight, honestly. Look at that curve in the back. Look at those curves in the slouching curves. It's so difficult, I swear. For me, it's so difficult. Because you know, like the clavicles go in, and then the shoulder blades are towards the front. Ugh. Anyway, I think this was done on a separate day, probably. And if you look closely at how horribly I'm drawing hands, this person is supposed to be holding a remote controller. And look how I turn. Watch closely as I turn his banana hands into actual fingers. Look at them. Now watch as I turn to actual fingers. It's an amazing sight. Because I'm not good at drawing. I don't think I'm good at drawing. I believe I have the raw talent. But the raw talent, you know what happens to raw talent when you don't nurture it. It's just raw talent. It's like raw meat that hasn't been cooked. It's nothing. It's useless. So for the longest time, I've actually been thinking of just writing as opposed to having me do the drawing. Actually, I do have a comic book that I made with a friend in which I just wrote it and she drew it, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I love the story that I made though. It's not about lesbians, but then it's not about, well, technically it's about the lesbian couple, but the wonderful thing is that it doesn't matter that they're a lesbian couple. I really think that when people want equality for the LGBT community, it's to recognize that if you have a couple, they don't have to be a straight couple. You can just make it a gay couple or other thing, because most stories can apply to both. Most stories, except for I feel like LGBT couples have more equality than more balance, I feel, than straight couples, because it's usually that one is bigger and one is smaller dynamic, which I don't really think makes too much sense. Anyway, jeez, did I just pat myself on the back about my own writing? Ugh, gross. You should see the art. One of these days, I need to find a way to show this thing to the internet, because Jillian, the person who did the art, was so amazing. It's like, oh my god, she's so good. It's like, I vomit rainbows when I see it, not because the art is extremely colorful, but because it gives me such good feelings inside that I erupt. It's just crazy. She's a wonderful artist, and I'm so lucky to have her do one of my books. Ugh, I really wish I could do her a favor back. So yeah, this page, I would like to talk about how I'm pretty sure my couches that I've been drawing, you've seen me draw, this is the third couch I'm drawing in this video. You've seen me draw this couch. I'm pretty sure my couch is very ugly and out of perspective that I think it at least makes enough sense for people not to question it. If the audience of this video, who may or may not exist, thinks otherwise, please tell me, because my eyes, which may not be as trained as most, see them as pretty normal. Well, this jar is a bit weird. I actually ended up fixing it after the clip, but I think it's fine. So yes, if you got to the end of this video, thank you for watching it. Honestly, because the point of this challenge is for people to watch it so that I can't back down, you know, like the social pressure and all of that. And if there's no social pressure, and if I know that no one watches my videos, I probably won't be doing this anymore. So thanks.